this? Okay, there we go. Maybe? I don't think there's any sound in the game. It's fun. Oh, oh my gosh, I can't read the text that I chose. Star Mar? Did I read it correctly? Pick up bad sound. Or bad text. Oh, geez. I'm stressed out by not picking up sound now. Okay, why? It says it is. It's deaf. Right? Oh, I'm just deaf. It's fine. That's fun. Okay. I'm ready. Let's continue Sephiroth's little journey here into Shadowbringers, because he's desperate to meet a certain Cian, and it's totally not my obsession at all. It's totally his. Let's see, still tied. Let's go. We have to go pick up Alphinaud next. Okay. It's so weird to see Fog of War on the map still every time. I'm like, I know what that's why. Hello, sir. Whose name I cannot read at all. Sir Alphinaud. We are arrived. This is Cracked Shell Beach on the eastern coast of Kalusha. We should be safe here for the. Compared to the mainland, Sin-Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of. Spy you that city in the distance? That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. I love Yulmore. It has such like Kefka vibes. It rivals the Crystarium in scale and was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, the Yulmorian elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They've gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection, if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Yulmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. I'm glad we understand each other. Now the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. Okay, well, you could have just told me. Really need to have this whole quest complete. Tell me again. Accept. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Eivor. Eivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Kalusha, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme. That will let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the Amuro until you are ready to return. Oh man, this guy just waits here forever, huh? Can't fly. South along the beach. Because we can't fly. Us attempting. Love that for us. Not being fly where you go. I'm at least glad that I have the fast bike. Come on. I'd Alphinaud. We got alleys in. Use gung-ho to get started. Once we get Uriel 1% is definitely bite me. What, did I just come with a... I did. I'm smart. It's just in such a rush. Where are we going? Actually. Back? Here at this little shack? Or... What you after? Fish, crab? I think I've got an eel in a barrel somewhere. For them. Oh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in the pan and it's like a bloody festival of flavor. Now what is it I can do? Can't say as there's been any major upsets to report this past few weeks. Alphinaud, eh? I know the one, our young champion of the downtrodden. Gilmore's richer than all of Novrant put together, but it's a different story for them as live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess to where he is now, get a message to him, but you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide, that's the fishing village just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there and you'll see that I'll see that Alphinaud joined. God, I'm bad at reading today. Back up to Stilltide. Up in... we have to be so different. It's fine. Just rushing along. Bar. Some drinks. Tip. Poor woman. So mad. Oh, well, there you go. This is your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you loiter. What'll you be having? Ale, meat, or water? Have some ale. A fine choice. About you'll be paying with? Well, no, those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear. I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity. I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors, so we'll just have to come to some other. Here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him a sleeping on the job. I'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like as not. Do that for me and you can laze about here as long as you like. Okay, fine. Sell some stuff. Oh, someone rolled. This must be where the vegetables are. God, I can't drive. The driver's license, guys. Who let me do this? Oh, wait, are these the super high quality grapes? So it's grapes. Let's see. Perfect. Look, now I need to go yell at this guy here, who I think, if I recall correctly, is not having... No response. Maybe you need to knock louder. It's not loud. No response. Perhaps the occupant is hard of hearing. You hear a faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave. I don't think we're gonna save the day. No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they have some time. The odd scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken residence in our absence. Cool. Bro just took off. All his furniture with him. That's so kind to the next resident, though. Let's take all of the furniture. We're gonna have a great... I don't mind my bike in your establishment. Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? He's probably dead. That's my assumption. Gone. Must have left to join the rest of us with the hope. I mean, he did bring furniture, so... In Gaytown, outside Yulmore, you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was thinking, dreamer. I'm not. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. Yeah, you should. Could you imagine going and, like, living your life and then all you get for it is one? It'd be so thrilling.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Not gonna be a repeat customer, I'm sorry. Oh, this like mysterious reveal of Alphinaud, like we didn't see him.
The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
Alphinaud, are
like
you
that?
trading for drinks too?
Oh, Alphinaud, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
And leaving your bar to a child to take care. I feel like I'm the only customer. Not a customer.
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. But the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
Me, I was more worried about what we'd lose to you. Sure. I don't want to say I was worried about.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding.
I mean, Alize's right, so...
But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
Everyone passed out, and then we met the guy who really haven't said his name several times in the last one.
I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru.
It might be
She
avoided.
must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may.
I mean, you've only
It would be nice to bring her
5
good
years.
tidings
It's
for
the
a change.
max. Are 2?
But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity.
I believe.
Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true.
By
his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire. Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more.
I feel like you
Gaius
guys should be
was
wearing
adamant that the
masks.
project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course.
So
in that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion.
Okay.
I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity.
And I'm a menace to the Sin Eaters, and I have so much.
I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered.
Bro. I'm playing Sephiroth though, so like, it's not really a concern of mine.
Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
Are you calling me old, bro? Not the kind of smile you have when someone calls Sephi.
And so we take to the road once more.
I feel like a 16-year-old shouldn't be saying old friend anyway. Sir, excuse. It's fine. So, assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Gilmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west, then cross a small bridge. Imagine trying for 2 years to get into a city and just getting rejected the entire time. Did our not bike? Sad. Burrows? On Dark Knight? My sage is the lower. Sage. Oh, I was doing rebirth. That's what I was doing. There we go. Alicia seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar? I had a similar impression of the Starium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No, get away from me! Over there. Quickly, someone's in trouble. Alfie, let's go. This is the opposite direction of. Oh, it's a Sin Eater. See it. Thank the fates. Look out! You're safe, ma'am. You could give me a reward. Oh. My poor heart. Thank you, young sir. Wow, what a, like, back and forth. Called old and now young. Oh, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings, but I see you have the situation well in mind. Kind work. Alright, madame? You've been here 2 years, Alfie. Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Yulmore with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering to make the city any easier. Thank you again, you saved my life. Now I'm sure a strapping lad like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories. Goodbye. As the lady says, many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in your shadow. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them all. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? Everything Alize told me. You're twins, you can mind read, right? Ah yes, Alize would be quite well qualified to speak on the subject. Compared with Amaranth, Kalusha is almost a haven. As you saw, we cannot let our guard down. Had you arrived but a few moments later, the Sin Eaters would have claimed. Still, we have won a small victory this time, at least. Now shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. Let's go, Alfie. Panic, madame. Back right. Oh, I was totally everything. Seems right. Am I following the off-road? Gosh, here. Probably should have talked to him first. I always neglect.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
For them.
I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh?
Grizzly voiced fellow.
I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
Probably not, thank you.
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Gonna fight? Fight? Could totally compete.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please! Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all! Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy, even on days when fish is not on the menu. Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We may not at all.
Fish, is it?
It's honestly a crime that they aren't named after the jesters.
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame.
And that it doesn't
It
play
is also
the song.
known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy.
Oh, is it
who
playing the
survived
song? Am I
flood
crazy?
Gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon.
Oh no, it's playing the
A poor man could sooner pass
This
through
is
the Iron Needle
their
than
own
Yulmore's
theme song.
gates.
This is the Calcabrina song.
The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they
Also,
fulfill
hi,
the
B.
whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like
This
market
plays for a
produce.
boss from AR? I can't remember. From Final Fantasy IV originally. Yeah, hi, good morning. It's the dolls. The dolls that like join together. It's that boss.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back.
But the jesters from FF9 have such a better song. Not a better song. I like both. But they have a really good song too. And they're also like red and blue jesters. It would have been perfect to have their song and their names.
Come,
But no.
join us in a city of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor.
Congrats on the job, ma'am. For everything will be fine.
Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for?
Any more jobs for us?
Well, what have we here?
Oh.
An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident.
I knew what this shit was immediately.
For you.
Enjoy.
Exactly, butt brag.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity. Yet the whole arrangement just seems...
Yeah, it's a selfie.
well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Leaves a bad taste in his. That's one way to discuss. I would hope that cannibalism would leave a bad taste in your mouth. I would hope. Is it cannibalism? Technically? You still count as human flesh if you've transformed. Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won by a contest with ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came to power. Yet from what I've seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I've tried to propose ways they can improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf. The attitude is so entrenched now that I worry that, well, mayhap you should take a turn around Gatetown and judge the situation for yourself. God, we're leaving town, I guess? Because, like, once you're a Sin Eater, too, you can't be changed back. It's already too far into the transformation. So I would assume it's, like, technically not anymore. Still here, are you? Can't blame me for wanting a slice of Yulmore's pie. If you ask me, you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make yourself here. Gatetown's not much to look at, but at least it's safe, and the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. Oh no, sir, you have health problems. Let's see what's next. Oh. Pot. This isn't a person. A large pot bubbles over the flame. Pale chunks meal you float in the other. Oh, thank you. Oh no, that's the moon. Well, it's over. Ooh, sightseeing. Like I haven't already done all of... Oh my god. The jumping puzzle I can't even do. Oh my god. I hate everything. Please. Up on a box. Okay, let's look out. I think I'm supposed to look at the city, but this is where we're looking. Yeah, it was definitely... Gate Town is a haphazard mess of shacks and lean-tos? Never even heard that. The result of refugees throwing up shelters as they await their chance to embrace the comforts of Yule. Though living conditions can best be described as abysmal, the regular distribution of mule and minimal risk of eater attacks has only seen the population increase. Okay. Preoccupied petticoat? Oh wow, you're named after your clothes. That sucks. Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the life that awaits me inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick? Oh, you're a pick-me girl. This girl's a pick-me, guys. That's amazing. Back to Elfie. You've seen what Gaytown has to offer? These people can no longer fend for themselves. They've become dependent on handouts and mule. More is the answer to this. And no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, unable to conceive of any other way of life. Yay. Accept. Wow, that side-eye. Alfie. You know what? I'm gonna... Disapprove of Yulmore, do you disapprove of these way? You know what? I'm gonna accuse him of being, like, shaming the little people. Disapprove? It frustrates me, certainly. That is only part of it, though. The whole situation makes me uneasy. You're a Nepo baby, Elfie. Not that it matters, however unjust this system seems to me. If these people claim to be content with their lot, it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. But take that elderly lady rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forgo Yulmore's I can't read. I don't even know what largesse is. Are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge in Gaytown. So hamlets and fields across the island are left empty and untended, hastening the descent into ruin. Nay, I am not convinced that Yulmore truly serves the best interests of Crocia's people. I am not so naive as to think there is some miraculous solution to all of this, yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive, even as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of a capricious noble. Wow, that sounds like something your mom would do, Elfie. There has to be a better way. I know not for sure. I will not know for sure. However, until I have taken those long-delayed steps through Yulmore's gates. It's fortunate that you arrived when you did, Sephiroth. Sephareoth. I have been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city, and if all goes to plan, it should come. Good job, Elf. Good job. There's a beast tribe who makes its home in the seas surrounding the island. The Ondo, they are called, though you and I know them as Sahagin. For the most part, they keep to themselves in their ocean grottos, and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Totaro took such great pains to impress on me during our stay in Kugane, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. Sentence. I duly discovered that the Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular, and when I offered to procure such goods for them, they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor would Surely even the most jaded Yulmorian lord would have time for to make pearls from plums and pumpkin. I think they like oranges, Alphinaud. Oranges were discussed by the tribe. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. I don't think you doing this deal is why you're getting pearls. I think they just don't know the worth of pearls to rich people. My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect their produce and meet with them on the shore. Might you help me make the exchange? Why does everyone put me to work? Excellent, I should be glad of your company. First things first then, we must pay a visit to Mosha Moa and my supplier in Right. Come, it is just to the northwest of here. Let's go, Alfie. And B, with how much you like all of the different men in this game, I feel like I'm gonna it's your man every 2 seconds. And like half the time it's gonna be a catboy. Oh my god, I leveled. That's so fun. I secretly really enjoy when I level from like the map because it's such low EXP. Conditions have to be perfect to get that map level. Is there something I can do for you, friend? Good day to you, Mosha Moa. This is my associate Sephiroth. We're here to collect the produce I purchased. Hey, I loaded your lackey up with the goods not long ago. My lackey? I know of no such person. Bro, I was on a speedy bike. How did he get here first? Mr. Lad, short blue hair? No. Oh, he said he'd come on your behalf, and since he knew all the details, I just assumed. Confound it, someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. If this charlatan was not here oh my god. If this charlatan was here not long ago, he cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. You find a vantage point on the south side of town, and I shall take the rest. How did he beat me on my speedy bike? Seems, scandalous, Alfie. Got our vantage point, let's go. But I just want to look at Yulmar, it's so pretty. Can I? Wait. Okay, where is he? Oh, he's literally right there. Well, stop walking so I can click. Thank you. You have located your quarry. Sephiroth, any sign of him? He's right there, bro. Can't you? You have a keen eye. Let us move in before he makes good at his escape. He's so mad. He's like, Alfie, why can't you see? Alfie said we gotta be fit. Not immediately wrong way.
There you are. The thief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
So cute, Elfie.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city. I have no family and all my friends have already been chosen.
And your friends must be really talented.
No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it. No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea. Get in that way.
What is your name?
Kai Shear.
Okay.
Tell me then, Kai Shear.
What if
Must
we were
it be your
besties?
more or nothing?
Later.
What of the Christarium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
No, it has to be Yulmore. That's where all my friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
They made a promise, Elfie. Let them just not, I
was
promise.
to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Yulmoran's interest.
You'll give me your place? Just like that?
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
Happy to feel.
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you!
This was but one path. There will be others. But for young Kai Shear, it was the difference between life and
It's
death.
true. Never have to hear his voice again, though. Well, this was but one. Oh, we read that.
I do not regret my decision. Yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best. We strive to bring swift salvation to this world, that countless lives might be saved, not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless?
He doesn't die if you don't give him this. That's not who you are. Quite possibly meaning we better hurry up and think of a plan. That'd be mean to him.
Indeed. We will find another way. I promise you. Shall we return to Rite then?
I'm sleepy today.
Is that?
Oh, there are bugs for sale. Yes, I'm playing a Sephi cosplay character out of Rings. It's full of spoilers though, so because I've already played through, I'm just making commentary on everything sus that happens.
In trouble. Come on, they may need our help.
Ooh. How did you enjoy Endwalker? I think that's my favorite. Shadowbringers Endwalker, kinda. my god, look, B has logged in. Hi, B. Yeah, I've heard some people kind of really related to it. Oops, I'm going the absolute wrong way. Related to it as like what can I say? Like there's light at the end of the tunnel kind of story. Is what I've heard a lot of people's experience, and well, definitely get that, like the message is nice. I just really like anything that's my magnet, and we haven't even met. I'm a basic bitch. It's Emmett Selk. I'm a basic bitch. I'm sorry. We're going the wrong way. Oh my god. Okay, when I met him, I love both now. But when I met him, I thought he was like so unattractive. And I had already heard of him like on the internet. Right? I was like, oh, this is the guy everyone's obsessed with? Ew, I don't get it. And then there's like a line in Raktika where I think he quotes that movie and says the like, you know how to whistle, don't you? Together and blow. And I legitimately like recoiled like, ew. And then was like, why do I like it? And now I hate myself. I hate that like my absolute disgust for his character has made me fall in love with him. But now I have an Aaronville band-aid. Aaronville's a good boy. So far, I don't know. So cute. So much of Dawn Trail was me just being like, oh, sweet boy, oh honey. He's so cute. Did you ever read the like after stories? What are they called? Like Tales from the Dawn? Tales from. I highly they're like canon stories on the Lodestone on the Final Fantasy XIV website. I'm not sure. It's just like little mini, I would say 1,000 words maybe, story that are from the POV of like specific characters. So there's like an Emmett Selk POV, there's an Aaronville POV, yeah. And Aaronville's is like when you're like building thing to go to Ultima Thule, Aaronville's is like behind the scenes there, what he's doing behind the scenes. And his is so cute. Emmett Selk's is. I'm gonna be honest. I've only read Aaronville's, Emmett Selk's, and Hythlodance's. I'm biased, but they were really good. You can even like choose the gender of your wool story. It'll toggle at the top of them. Oh, you should read his. It's so cute. It's As M forgets something, in his office, and so he goes to like give it back. And it's just him like running into play. I didn't read. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I'm just like clicking through. Jeez. Okay. Here, he's breathing, I think, though he won't last long without help. That should take care of the worst of his injuries. Cough, sputter, mercy. Sir, no harm will come to you here. The poor man is shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while he had a fire going. I thought for certain I was dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness? Consider for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling I forgot this bee, I'm sorry. Crystal, I was invited into Yulmore to work as an artist. It's true. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures. My style proved they I was left penniless and patronless, the graveston in Lord Valtry's. Within days they had brought me before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the God's damned ocean. Sucks, bro. From up there, how were you not dashed to pieces? Ask me, luck I suppose, though if you hadn't found me when you did, it wouldn't have counted for me. Monstrous. And the citizens condone such barbaric punishment? No. Oh, without a second thought, when Lord Valtry passes judgment, no one so much as blinks, let alone argue. In Yulmore, his word is sitting on the beach, leather. Crystal. The fires chased the chill from my bones. The more I hear about Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what it will wait. I'll bend all my thoughts toward securing another way into this. Must be something. But first, we should convey Crystal to the shelter of the fire or no fire. He needs to get out of this chill air. Going to the city. You are so distracted. I'm totally not distracted. Just you, Alfie. Me, I'm not getting distracted. What if I just go grab these missing parts of the lower part half of the map? Pray accept my deepest gratitude. I owe you both my life. And if you'll permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter Yule, so far as I am able. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors into that awful place makes me sick to the stomach. But since it's plain set up your minds on it, take this. Is it a Pokemon? Are you giving me a Pokemon right now? Oh, it's my favorite paintbrush. The Yulmorian elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want. And if I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince of a talent. Are you certain this is your livelihood? I cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. I give it gladly after all you've done for me. As I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do instead, I honestly haven't decided, but I shan't stay long in this place. Not with that city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands, new professions. I'll keep you in my prayers from now. I mean, that might be sooner than you expect, sir, with all these things about. They say kindness is its own reward, but Crystal has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with the brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role, I would hope. As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, mayhap you could pose as... Then it is settled. All we need to do down and meet the appearance of the vile jesters. Okay, let's. Oh, blue quests. Wait, I guess I want to fly. Probably do first. Excuse me, but you're the gentleman Alphinaud was traveling with, aren't you? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch your name. Sephiroth. Sephareoth, how lovely to meet you. My name is Yu, and I'm the acting village mayor. I was hoping someone of your talents would be great before long. The thing is, I need to visit someone at Stonegazer, but I'm afraid to walk the path alone. Think you could provide an escort? Sure. My thanks. I just couldn't bring myself to ask one of the villagers. See, there was an incident a while back where a veteran band of hunters, simply mentioning that it's unsafe to wander outside the village, these to bring back memories. That's why it's been so difficult to even. But such does not change the fact that the roads are in danger. Pray, meet me on the path to the north, and be prepared to fend. Got you. I got you after I got this. They're also. Oh, who are you? Cough. Forgive me, it's not often we see travelers in rank. What with how dangerous it is hereabouts. I haven't touched them. I've been worried for my husband taking the road down to the shipyard, and he's as strong as a Tellus. He has been gone a good while, though. If you're headed that way, could you let him know his wife is expecting him? But maybe it's just me reading. Okay, let's help this lady. She's closer. Okay. Really? We haven't even started yet and you're getting attacked by a bird? Is this what mauled the veteran hunter is? Sounds really embarrassing. What did I tell you? I was barely 10 steps out of the village. Come, let us hurry along before more predators have a chance to get her. It's literally a bird, man. This feels like Australia. Getting attacked by birds left and right. Oh. Thank you for the escort, Sephiroth. This is the gentleman I wish to speak with, so we needn't go any further. Hi, Luke. Oh, he's ignoring you. Oh, there he goes. Are you wandering around by yourself out here? You know what kind of creatures lurk beyond the borders of the village. Well, if it isn't Clifton's little girl, something I can do for you? Yes, sir. I came for an answer to my proposal from the other day. Have you given any thought to taking over as village mayor? I'm doing the best I can in the interim, but I have neither the age nor the wisdom to. And the rest of the villagers agree with me. Damn, imagine it. Yeah, you. I'm fairly sure I told you nay once. But seeing as you've had a guard just so you could come and talk, perhaps I will consider a few small tasks. Well, please, tell me what I need. My friend Clifton, your father, was the for a sickle to cut some rope. Mind skipping back to the borrowing one? I mean, a sickle was it? For the rope that should... Oh. I'd only meant to ask you along for the one trip, but if I'm to would you be willing to indulge me a little while longer? Sure. Back to town, kind of. Maybe bye. I mean, not bye, but bye. Bye in game. Good day to you, young Euless. You look a little flustered. Do you help you with? And a good day to you, madam. I was actually hoping to borrow a sickle. Is that all? Here, you can take this one. I have several spares, so there's no rush in returning it. Doing a lot of harvest. My thanks, but it's not for me exactly. I was asked to bring one for my father. Father? Shadow saved me. Forgive me, if you're to accompany me, deserve to know. It was my father, Clifton, farmer Mayor of Bright, and the incident I spoke of earlier was something. One day, a stray sin-eater prowling around was awaking. Some of the villagers blamed my father. They said it was because he refused to accept more. The sheer scale of the tragedy and accusations that followed wore away at his core. Finally, he could bear the guilt. Luke, the old man we spoke to, closest friend, considering how he worded his request, reluctant to his father's death. Still, I would see this task. Let us bring him his sickle, shall we? It's kind of dark. Got a sickle, sir. Luke, sir, brought this fast for. I look obsessed with her, staring at her while talking to someone. Oh, there we go. Oh, good. Old Clifton will be glad to see. Yeah. Thank you for staying with me, Sephiroth. This might be harder than I. Why are you blue again? You don't give anything. Like. Gonna give me if I keep going. I'm grateful to have you with me, Sephiroth. Thank you. Luke, sir, I believe you had more time. Still here, are you? Yes, tap. There's a talis of mine that's taking far too long. Probably been wrestling with some dim-witted predator. Go and see how it fares, and chase off anything slowing it down. But all the... you mean that, Talos? Pray, follow my lead, Sephiroth. We'll find the talis in question southwest of here, and I've no doubt there will be dim-witted predators aplenty. Awesome. So fun. But I'm so close to... Big drops. There she is. Derelict. Yay, fighting. Fun. Yeah, I killed those very, very deadly squirrels, ma'am. Were these the, what did you call them? The, oh, I guess technically squirrels are dim-witted eaters. Alright, I'll give you that. Yeah, I'm glad you were here. They must have burrowed in beneath the plates. I know Luke implied the talus was still moving, but as you can see, that thing's busted. At a time, there'd be a line of these down to the step by ponderous step, which incidentally is how the slow road supposedly came. But after Daedalus Stoneworks closed down some 15 summers ago, there was no one left to make or maintain their creation. One by one, the talus slowly fell into disrepair. This particular worker was damaged during the Stray Eater round. Hasn't shifted since. It was always Luke's favorite. Yeah, the Chais. I'm so excited to go meet them too. So cute. Come, let us make our report. Love Madame Chai. Let's go take a little detour into the other because gotta yell at the man. Is this such a task for Sephiroth though? Chasing down husbands and telling them to go home. Is something I can do for you, stranger? Well, beat me with a hammer. Has it been that long? I was aiming to salvage the planks from this old hull, but she's given me more trouble than I thought for. Bit of a waste to leave all this lumber lying around. Not much call for seaworthy ships since the light ate up half the world, you understand. I reckoned it were better for a woodkeeper like me to put it to good use. These boards, though, they're so tightly joined I can't pull the bleeding things loose. Here, do me a favor and sprinkle some of this powder on the joints along the hill. I'll keep working on this end, and with any luck, I can make it home before the wave stomps down here. Sir, please, just go home. It's tomorrow. Like anything. It's still gonna be. Oh, why are you not using it? Okay, I did all the work for you. Can you take it apart now? There, that should do. Powdered fire crystal is the best thing for melting wood glue. Pour on a little water and the steam will take care of the rest. This ought to be a one-man job now, thanks to you. Oh, and if you could let the weeds. No, I'll be done within the hour, then you'll have help to me out. Too rough spot. I just call her the Noise. What a name for your wife, the Noise. So important. Okay, yay, we get our flight. Thank you. It's still gonna be. Is all right then? Well, that's a relief. Wright's had its share of troubles, and wife does worry. What, he had you helping strip planks? The cheek of that. Still, we're lucky his father taught him to trade it all. Those skills to take ship apart instead of building them. A woodworker puts food on the table, so I'm grateful to his family. I'm grateful for you for bringing me. Please take this for you. You just gave me ether current, like Just handed it over. Okay. I'll go fast. Let's continue this really sad, depressing story over. Hi, Luke, sir. Sephiroth has cleared up the guests who are bothering you fellows. It should be left alone for the time. Ah, excellent. But I expect he'll need a good polishing when he returns. Troublesome. Sir. Done me a fine service. Indeed, thank you, Sephiroth. I could never have fought such creatures. They're squirrels. They were squirrels, ma'am. I might impose upon you for the next task as well. I'm gonna get your ankle fit. Yes. Thank you again for staying. I honestly could not do this without you. Luke, sir, were there any more tasks you had for us? Just one last thing. I want you to gather some pretty flowers from the split hull as a gift from my darling wife. She went out for her usual walk, but has not yet deigned to come home. Here I might have said something to sour her mood. I understand. I'll gather a lovely bouquet. Well, Sephiroth, will you accompany me to Cape for some flower picking? Okay. I guess this girl is just Ares now. Pick some flowers together. Man, we're already down here. Just standing in the middle of the... Wonder why these monsters see you. This is almost pleasant, isn't it? Aside from the aggressive wildlife. I should tell you about Silent. It's Kelton and the Eater incident, although I imagine you already suspected as much. They made such a sweet couple. Every day they would walk up to this cape, hand in hand, gaze out over the flowers with a warm, contented smile. Lilac himself has some training as a woman. We guard her as if she were a princess. Her gallant. Sob. I'm sorry, it's just sniff. Big cry. What will you say? Wounds of the heart are slow to mend. Is Lilac fit to serve as mayor? I'm gonna throw shade. Sephi would throw shade. There are none who care for Raiden and its people more than he. Villagers and I are certain that Siluk will rise to the occasion. Just needs a little. It has been but a year, and we will still suffer. Some seek to bury the misery beneath cheery faces, and others are. Siluk, I fear, is one of the. But if a bouquet of flowers is what it takes to help him work madness, then I would. Will you give me a hand to find some of the flowers? Pray think of it as. Okay, well, if you leave me to pick flowers, every single one of them. Maybe some white for a accent. Red and yellow. Probably pink. Perfect. Red. Not red, we just. Grabbing the poppy. Oh, right. Could be dead. I guess it makes sense. These poppies? Oh, I shouldn't have zoomed in on them. I think they're frozen. Okay, ma'am. Actually, don't. Let's see what we have. Yeah, that's about my extent of knowledge about flowers. Beautiful bloom. Yes, these are beautiful, thank you. Siluk will be pleased. Let's take them back to Stonegazer before they get crushed in some scuffle. Like, I get it. There's monsters. You're scared. Every single time we go anywhere, they're like, wow, monsters. Thanks for fighting monsters. Oh my god, monsters. Thanks for fighting monsters. Watch out, there are monsters. There's like birds and squirrels. Ma'am, I really don't think you're fit to be there. It's birds and squirrels that are the threat to your community. Or to your life. A bird. Bird. Back with flowers. We made it, and the flowers are not the worse for wear. Hi Luke, Sephiroth and I have returned the bouquet for your wife. Ma'am, sir. Ah, splendid, thank you. Now perhaps she will come back to stop. Please forgive me. I've asked such cruel things of you. I apologize to you. I'm cool. My beloved wife, my dear neighbor, so many gone. After it happened, despair became my only company. I could not even save my closest friend when his torment was plain for all to see. So embrace this delusion. Maybe if I tried hard enough, if I truly believed they were, that the events of that day would fade away like sleep. But I succeeded only in hurting them. I understand why you did what you did. I did. You always wear such a sweet child. Brought on her grave. For me, assuming that I'm sorry, but I cannot take as long as a little more time to recover when little time to recover myself. Give me a moment. Please give me something this time. I want to go back to the main story. That's it? You're just gonna give me some food or money? Thank you for your patience, Sephiroth. Psylocke still appears to be wrestling, but perhaps we can help him come. Sir, I don't mean to ask you, but might you have arrived in an answer to the proposal? Not exactly, no. There is another matter I've yet to bring. Would you mind sharing this matter with us? Well, it goes back to the day that the Eater attacked the village. I was taking my turn as a lookout here at Stonegazer. It's a duty we take very seriously. Say when the tower was originally built in the time before the flood, they were worried about dwarves and stayed. Yes, there's far worse prowling around. Failed to spot it. The Sin Eater which came that day did not appear as the other monstrosity. Distance, it simply looked like a person. I wanted to be sure before I rang the warning bell, but I waited too long. Many who could have fled died. How could a man of such faulty judgment serve you as mayor? What comfort can I offer those whose loved ones are slain? None, not whilst that abomination itself yet roams free to kill. Dang, bro. That's sad. You know where it is? You and Grandson killed it? You slew Ikaiosign? Okay. Then vengeance has been done. Great thing. I can scarce believe it. To avenge the souls of our people, of my father. Here I've been dragging you across the countryside like a common guardsman. Well, sir, you've heard Sephiroth's words. Take a talk of vengeance aside. I do not want villagers, either living or dead, hold you responsible for that monster. I do not remember killing a Sin Eater. Aside from in Amaranth. Did we kill one here already? My memory's so bad I can't remember what I've done today. Yikes. Great. And yet I cannot fault you for wanting to remain distant. Pray forgive me for pestering you. Also don't remember that guy. Die. Nay, 'tis I should beg forgiveness. Though you've lost as much as anyone, I left you to shoulder the burden of leaving. All will be well with you back among us again. Come, let us return to the village. As I've said, it's unsafe to linger out here for long. Sephiroth, one last escort back to Ripe, if you would. I mean, if he's been out here a year, I think he's fine. Oh, you know. I think he needs to rush back. Okay, Euless, give me some money that I worked so hard for. My thanks for your protection, Sephiroth. Mention your. It is my hope that now Luke has unburdened his mind to us. His heart will be that tiniest bit lighter. I, for one, feel ready to face another. After all, I have my friends and neighbors who help me face. And there was one last thing I wanted to show both you and Silas. It has to do with rites traditional. If you're interested in taking a look? Okay, ma'am. Oh good, I was worried you'd had enough of me. I have. My last errand for you then will be to have a word with Silas and bring him to the Bardi League in front of the village. I'll be there tending to the crops. Good news, we just gave barley seeds to the other town. Maybe you guys could trade. Sephiroth, I'm grateful for your understanding and the flowers you brought. My wife would have very much appreciated the selection. Now, was there something you wish to discuss with me? Yeah, barley. And Euless wants me there as well, does she? We had best head over to the fields then. This feels like, stereotyping. Like, just because I'm from the prairies doesn't mean I want to go check out barley. I'm gonna jump over a fence. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to show you, this barley crop right here. I'm telling you this stereotype. This was your father's plot, wasn't it? And you've been tending to it in his absence. Every single day, I want to see his plans come true. Plans? Yes, he dreamed of restoring things to tell the history that they once were, before the flood ruined everything. Our village has long been known as a place of art. Even the name Wright is a nod to all of the craftsmen that once made their home. In years gone by, it said a line of telegraph stretched down the roads, arms bearing lumber, and the shipyard would oops. I clicked, and the shipyard would echo with the calls of shipwrights hard at work. When the day was done, they would gather here to share an ale in the village. My father, he'd hoped to brew the traditional Wright ale with the barley from this crop. One day, trap a barrel with his family and dear friends, and raise a. Damn. Wish the best. Sleep. Dot. Hi, Luke, Sephiroth. Will you raise a mug with me when that day comes? Of course I will. I might be on another planet. We'll see. I have, obligations. You know, I've done all of the side quests, and I don't know if I've ever gone back and had a drink. But my dear girl, the land here does not nourish the crops as it once did. I fear it will be some time ere you'll have barley fit for the ale you haven't. I've slacked on Dawn Trail, but I've done every single side quest up to. Plus there's a side quest about corn that I'm really interested in. As I said, oh, I'm from the prairies, this is stereotyping, and then immediately I'm like, oh, there's a side quest about corn. I love corn. Meantime, will you help me with the rest of those plans? The rest? He wanted things the way they once were, did he not? And we must first recover from the tragedy which was visited. There's no simple solution, but I mean to do what I can to lead our community out of this era of pain. Do you believe it used to be my job out loud every single day and I can't read? Assuming you're still willing to have me as your... Yes, of course, sir. Thank you. I was set to live out the rest of my life and you and Euless have opened the eyes of this old fool to what needs to be. For that, you have my thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Now I had the best get to work. I have folk to talk and plans to make. I can assure Euless I would appreciate your assistance. I certainly haven't been complaining the entire time I've been. Yeah. There's a corn side quest in like each town. You go and I don't want to say anything about Dawn Trail because it's new and it actually spoilers, but there's a corn. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, Sephiroth, I think this is where we finally part ways. Thank you again for all you have done for us. The people of Right will go on, even under the weight of our sorrow. It might not happen this day or the next, but together we'll find ways to make things capture the prosperity this village once. I look forward to when you next visit. With any luck, I'll be waiting to put a frothing mug of right brewed ale in your... Okay, I need to get a drink. So wait, we'll just have him dance in the barley while I go replay. Zoom in, nice big on. If only I had an AFK screen. What dance can I... oh, we have so many choices. A whole 2 of them. Okay, let's do the prettier. Let's dance while I get some coffee. I will be... Okay, I'm back. Let's stop dancing. Also grab some snacks. They're these like little pink, oh well, it's pink, they're not pink. They're called kelpis. And they're pretty common to have with alcohol. But these ones are yangnyeom chicken flavor. Honestly, they're not as good as the original. But you know what? Just have a little sausage snack. Now the original kelpis flavors are better. Okay, back to MSQ. I feel like you guys should really use these barley fields for like food. I know maybe being able to eat is more important than being able to drink, but that's like just my opinion. But I do feel like there is actually a side quest where they're like, they should have some corn, honestly. I love corn. There's a whole meme about me and corn. Even in our FC house, the only like food we have at the bar is like corn. That's true. But what are you gonna spend the money on? There's no like. All these people. It's time for the jesters. How long do I have to stand here? Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. We welcomed a peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we've a place for a painter of a. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. Oh, I used to have this hairstyle. I can paint, portraits at least. Landscapes and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh, I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. How have you not seen Alphinaud around yet? What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold. Such is the life of a artist. I have only my brush to testify for me, though you will note that it has seen no small amount of service. Oh, aha, ho, ho, Flecks of paint, both old and new, much loved and much used. This woman seems unimpressed. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us and we'll put those talents to the test. And who is this hanger-on? Will Wisher or Parasite? Why, this is my assistant. He whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with him or not at all. Parasite, then. We shall leave his fate in the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit. And having filled our latest vacant space, retire to Yulmar's sweet and everyone's just like, come on, hand over the goods. Oh, mercy me, the meal. We almost took our leave without leave. Again. We must empty the sacks ere we make our way back. You do need them. And your bad taste. Are you done streaming, G?
Redemption is beyond us.
Managed to silver rank 5.
The lament of all but saints and fools,
Hard
and
bear.
the comfort
Hard bird.
of the lords and ladies of this accursed
This one
place.
says.
Once
Are you
they
streaming
held
the
fast
Minecraft?
against the madness,
I was kind
only
of curious to
embrace
watch.
the coming cataclysm and delight in
Easier.
the end of days. Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share.
But
Or
you
perhaps
know,
for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
where'd you get your silver? Even grander from this angle, eh? Welcome, welcome to the city of final pleasures. Feel free to weep in magnificence. No, not even a single tear? Right along then. Oh, we're gonna go shower, Alfie. Our first task is to register you as resident. You know, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way, so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through. The Bureau of Immigration is the first room on the left side of the passage. Tell your name and occupation in a nice, loud voice. Clerks will tell you where to. Oh, and pay no mind to those folks off to the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the beauty of your fellow man, then by all means, take your time. But why waste another moment? Go, enjoy the beginning of your new life in Paris. Yeah, we don't care about the small people. Run straight in. Unless they have ether currency. The Bureau of Immigration, was it? I suppose we had better show ourselves willing for the... Alright, let's go. There was no one. Hello, immigration officer. I'm very familiar with this process already in real life and forms to fill out. Welcome to Yulmore, fortunate friends. May I have your name? I'm Alphinaud, artist, and this is Sephiroth, my assistant. Ah yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. We can forgo the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers. Now, the citizens of Yulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Val-3, the bounded, and the bonded, who work in the employ. You will be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity for which you were, in your case, paint pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free, or accept work as a general laborer. I see, and might you tell us something of the patrons you are to serve? The two patrons, actually, Chynaz and Dulia Chai, a mistel couple whom most refer to as favorite. They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility, for sake as much as they are gentle souls. Now, a moment please while I complete the relevant paper. All in order, these are your registration documents. Take those papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you will officially be Yulmorian citizens. Enjoy your new life in Paris. Thanks, bro. This girl's handing over her papers, too. Welcome to the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please. A little snack. What have we here? Alphinaud artist, Sephareoth artist's assistant. To be employed in the service of Lord China's and Lady Chaya. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. I think it's best we deliver you to the Chai residence for... Sniff, sniff. Oh, dear. You smell hideous. Rude. Did you crawl here through a ditch? It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. Yeah, we're probably covered. Honestly. Proceed directly to the delousery next door and scrub yourselves clean. Use whichever showers are free. After you've rinsed away that stench, you'll want to splash yourselves with this perfume. Liberally. Once you've made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. For Nen, the guard by the stairs, will give you directions. Wow, I'm so insulted. I didn't realize we were so aromatic. To bathe in here. Oh, look, it's the Sephiroth guy that looks like he's naked. He's my buddy. We're like twinning. Just my hair's darker. Okay. Oh, this is where we're showering. Right across from my buddy. You rinse yourself clean in the stream. Perfume myself up. Go. Oh, I wish perfume. You apply the perfume as directed. A delicate scent of roses fills the air. Oh, you've showered and dressed already, have you? It is not that is to say, it seems rather exposed for one's ablutions? What does that even mean, Alpha? Does it not? What would Estinian say? The gods, you will mention nothing. Swear to me. I mean, Estinian probably smells pretty ripe too. He's got that armor on, no matter where. That scene. Oh look, Alfie, now you're gay too. Congratulations. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Shall we go and present ourselves to our new patron? Both pink and floral now? Okay, Cornin, let's go. You're looking to present yourselves to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. Or you could call them floors. This layer here is called the buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters, and above that you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of York spend their days. So if you want to find your new you'll need to keep climbing until you run upstairs. Then look for the Grand Dame's parlor. Be in there like it's not. Can I attune to the Ethernet shards before I can use them? Alright. Wait. Okay, wait. So just ooh. Oh yeah, I remember that one. All perfect. Okay. Stand back. Ooh, I can. Oh, speaking of Stinian and you being in Post Endwalker, seen the scene. I remember when that patch came out, people were going till Stinian scene. I did not know anything. I heard no spoilers about that like section of the story, except that. Shards real quick. They do. I was mainly hanging out with Estinian simp at that time, so that's why I heard so much about it, but I heard the scene. And like what's being sent, fan art. Estinian's like, at the time, Estinian wasn't top 5. I'm still not sure he is. I do like that he's like kind of becoming in a positive way. I like his like oh, I decided to eat some of the like local wildlife that no one here eats. It's delicious. You should try it. And he joins the team. And so where can I get like some... I don't think it was friendship, I can't remember, but I just remember him being... If you talk to him, like whenever he's on this world map, there's been at least 3 or 4 times that it's been about weird food. They're not this one. This is right. Where would Estinian? He might be fit. He's definitely higher than he used to be. I care for him for really. Now I am positive about his appearance in the game. I like Alphinaud and Ali. Every time they show up, let's take a break. Aww,
Oh, who's
sweet.
this then?
Hi, so cute.
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me. What an adorable boy. That silken hair, those pearly cheeks.
She's just gonna keep you as a pet.
And you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers.
Certainly, just for you.
I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he'll paint us the most delightful pictures.
yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Was he actually not good? You just me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Yulmore.
Alphinaud, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
stop talking.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but
Aren't I a
name.
little old to be?
Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together. or not
Alphinaud,
at
it
all.
sounds like we're in a relationship, but you're a child. Don't.
Of all people, 'tis he who best understands my work.
It's at
With
all.
his unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture has begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than him being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city he has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for his priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on his behalf.
Did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have his wish. He shall be free to roam to his heart's content.
Thank you. Bye.
Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
Oh boy. No, you're gonna. It's 5. Ooh, some shoes. Now you have the opportunity to experience Yule. I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city. Bottom. In other words, I would start with Canopy. By wandering around the market stalls, mayhap, such places are usually filled with colorful characters, only too eager to share local gossip with a visitor. I would appreciate, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. Of course, let's talk to Julian though. Off you go, the city is yours to explore. Oh, but do be careful along those outer walkways. I should be most upset if you slip and fall. You? If my wife has given her permission, then you need not seek my say-so. All I ask is that you behave yourself. Draw no attention and be respectful at all times. Don't worry, bro. I got you. What are these chocolate orange though? Do you think we can whack do with a chocolate? Let's talk to Sammy. Friendly, she's friendly. Oh, hello there, fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Just a bit. Well, 'tis lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of your acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to have run into my attendant on your wanderings, would you? Big, strong lad, long hair tied back. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I'd dropped my handkerchief, and now I've been waiting all alone while he's been off searching for me. I'm not terribly fond of being. If you do see him, I would be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief. Turn to my side at once. Okay, ma'am. I'll go look for your boyfriend. Boyfriend? Escort, I guess, technically. Sir? I don't think you got the warning. Huh. Wicked White, that was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief. See, you must have blown it over. But luckily it caught on something. I thought if I could just stretch out far enough. You risked your life for a scrap of cloth. It's not just a scrap of cloth. No, not if it belongs to her. I would risk my life and more to spare my mistress but a single moment of sadness. Well, sir, she's sad because you're not at her side right now. When I first came to Yulmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life. But there is so much more to the city than wealth and plenty. There is no war here, no conflict. The residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. My mistress has been ever so kind to me. I think of no other place in Kalusha where I could possibly be happier. Oh, sorry, I might have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. Once she hears of your deed, you will be witness to her generosity firsthand. I've already met her, bro, and she's really mad. What? Lonely, you say? I said mad. Curse my clumsy feet. I must return to her immediately. See the... My attendant told me everything. I'm so very grateful you offer your assistance. Seem a dedicated patron. Oh, my attitude is not unusual, I assure you. Without the efforts of our bonded residents, we free citizens would not enjoy the pleasures of our daily lives. They are deserving of our unending gratitude. Mayhap in another society, our different standing would breed prejudice or resentment. But in Yulmore, a most glorious measure is in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes to administration. All of our property, financial, intellectual, otherwise, is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a pampered luxury. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin is an almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with existence. Now, if you'll excuse us, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for you in return for my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course, our courageous messenger turned rescuer. Thank you for some shoes. All this talk of relying on the bonded, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. I hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. You have, ma'am. A tour of the city, is it? Then you really must visit the beehive. It's always buzzing with activity and local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista B usually has her seat near the entrance. She will gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you put yourself on the good side. Okay, let's go gamble, guys. Remember what the game is? High or low or something? Like, come to the beehive, my little ones. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day. I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering you see. Why don't we play some cards to set you at ease? A quick game of high or low? It's simply a matter of guessing. If you win, I'll grant you a single favor, within reason. Interested? Ready for a game of high or low then? For you, no time like the present, I see. Three cards for you, 3 cards for me. Flip one of yours over and I have 2 of mine. Now, what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower? High. You're going with high then? Right, let's see what we've got. My cards add up to 14. You have a total of 17. Yay, I win. Congratulations, your guess was right. Usually I concede defeat at this point, but what do you say to a rematch? One more win, then we'll talk about it. That wasn't the deal. The deal was if I won, you'd help me. 3 cards for you, 3 cards for me. You flip one of yours over and I flip 2 of mine. Now, what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower? You're going with low then? Right, let's see what we've got. My cards add up to 16 and you have a total of 15. Yay! Okay, let's do our favor now. Well, would you look at that? I think you've got a knack for this, newcomer. Congratulations, victory is yours, as is the prize I promised. Come, whisper in my ear then, and don't be shy. Tell old Chista what she can do for you. You are not old. That's all? How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is what you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from sin eaters. They say Lord Valthree was born with the power to command them, which means no Yulmorian ever raise a weapon of the city. Was that the kind of thing you wish to know? If your itch still needs scratching, you might get a few words out of Atharn over there. There's not that merry sot likes more the sound of his own voice. Okay, sir, tell us. Oh, let's get a sightsee. Look out. The Beehive is a place of noise and excitement. A little sting to invigorate the safe, pampered lives of the Yulmorian's free citizens. Regardless of gender, this establishment's bonded workers are often called honeybees. The owner reigns above them as queen. I will know. Was that new to Yulmor, you say? Gahaha. I always read it as Graha every time they say. Only just arrived and already you're looking to peel away the layers of mystery? Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. I tell you what, you hop on stage and give us a dance first. Then we can heal. Let's go. It still works, grahaha. Dance. Or dance. Dance it up yet? Whoops. That's the way, dance like there's no tomorrow. Okay. Jiraha. Like that. I know B calls him Raha. Whistle. Now that was the show. I suppose I could. You're welcome to clamber up on the stage anytime you like. So, what was it you wanted to ask me? Yes, something about our fair city. Well, I can tell you it wasn't always so peaceful. The Yulmorian army may be the very essence of their might, but even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against them. Things changed for us. Oh, around 20 years ago now, when the old ruler's son came to power. He's got this way with the turns them docile as house. House cats aren't that docile. I wouldn't be exaggerating to say they've become something of an ally to Yulmor, no longer an enemy to be feared. And yet elsewhere there are still fools who insist on fighting their losing battles. A toast to Lord Valthree. We've gained a preliminary sense of the city, as an expecting. See Alpha. Come on. Tell him he's doing a great job. Stand that he has to give. Oh, you've returned from your jaunt around the city so soon? You needn't have hurried back. Young Alphinaud has yet to put brush to canvas. One cannot rush good art, I'm told, or good artists. Finally. But you're so fashionable. I've put together an ensemble out of the garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me, that last outfit was precious. This makes you look positively dashing. You truly are a handsome boy. However am I to decide? Oh, this part of the art. Exactly. The lad is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought since we so thoroughly... Well, not that is to say as long... He just wants her to be happy. Oh, just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know he'll be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall we put out some jewelry next? Yes, please cover Alphinaud. Lady Chai has a very particular sense of beauty, apparently that extends to how it is to paint. But this obsession of hers works. The time I spend indulging these distractions is time you can use to. For this excursion, I'd like you to delve into the lair below us and sniff about the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale. Okay, let's go snoop. Hanging out, bugs. I appreciate it. Have a good day or night. Stairs. All the way. Oh, nope. Ran right by the door. Okay. Dance her love. Down more. Sniff. You're one of the bonded, aren't you? Like me? Please, I need your help. My throat, I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. If my patron thinks I'm up to him, then I need you to sneak out to the derelicts and describe my condition to Thor. Here's a list of symptoms and a hunk of mail to pay for his medicine. Please, I have no one else to turn to. Okay, I guess we're going on it. I'd have to go. There. It's done. Oh boy, night soil pots. That's fun. That seems like a great place. Hehe, you need medicines, tonics, potions? Coughing, hoarse, hard to swallow, feels like something there, sore throat. A cure for an ailing voice, is it? No medicine will cure this. Thinks your songbird has a lump in her throat and must be cut out except in. Then the voice may never heal completely. Hee, poor songbird. Poor little song. They kick her from the nest, I wonder. Girl, that's dark. Oh, your face, you didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are even as corpses. Oh, you might see one or two unfortunate fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest gone. Town of nightmares it is, not for this ship's rat. Oh, no. I'm content to scurry around down here, fall on the crumb, fall from the... This consultation is over. I have my verdict. I have my mail. Good day. Yeah, you're about the typical doctor I experienced here in Japan. Alright, back up we go. Ma'am, you need surgery. Oh, the result of the... You have cancer, I'm sorry. Did you get my medicine? So let's see if I can't see. Oh, there you are, my sweet. I'm crying again. Tell me your voice is still not. Oh, generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said. Suffering all this time. I'm sorry, my pet. I hadn't realized you were brave, but you need a friend. I'll not reward your hours of trilling by casting you out onto. What use am I if I can? The other day I become more burden to you? Then I shall have a word with Lord Valthree and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness, your song. Or mayhap you think it a step too far. No, could do that for me? Of course, why, I would almost wish to hear your own ascension, your blessed. Do not want to ascend, ma'am. Sounds too good to be true. Place is sus as hell. Ah, you must be a new arrival to harbor such doubts. Allow me to allay your suspicion. As all know, the Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls, shepherd them unto paradise. It is through Lord Valthree that we learn this truth. It is through Lord Valthree's grace that the free people of Yomar are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment. Until at last we are called to our final. Even the bonded may find a place within that hope, should their patrons deem them. Lord Valthree truly is a great man. Now, if you will excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have disconnected. Okay, Alphinaud, I have news. Sightseeing's taunting me. Oh man. What am I missing? Oh, where I am. Let's run. Up. Back to Alphinaud, putting on his weird voice. About ascension. So I would rather talk. Oh, that painting just appeared out of nowhere, huh? What a lovely sketch. It looks so cute. Oh dearest, we really should have found you some new gloves. Yes, my love, you're probably right. It's good to see you back. You were taking so long I began to worry something had happened. I've begun sketching an outline for the portrait, but nay, the chies appear otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have so far? So Lord Valthree boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folk have entered the city over this, then where do they go? I know where they go, Alfie. Side up. They're having some lovely tea. I take my off you for one moment and you're chatting away with that assistant of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done then? Oh, What in the blazes? That is quite pixely, sir, I agree. It's so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphinaud. Where is your artistic interpretation? It should evoke images of affluence and nobility and overwhelm the viewer with its boundless beauty. Lord Chai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary, yours being a joyous union. It seemed to me that a realistic portrayal... Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection, a spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees, to make people cry out in amazement. Now fetch a blank canvas and... I say, did that come from above? Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood. There was a villain on the loose, set to ruin our fair city. But our Lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. A malcontent, how dreadful. And this man is to face sentencing? That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth you going along with the experience. The offer they mentioned is part of the level above us where Lord resides. Ordinarily, you would be barred from it. It seems they'll be opening up its doors for the next little while. The crown lift will take you up. We better not dawdle then. Oh boy. Let's go see some terrible happenings. Yeah, what do you have to say? You'll be careful around that mountain. I should so hate for you to come to any harm, although I imagine Lord Valtteri has little and well under control. If you want to see justice being served, stop dawdling, take the crown lift up. You are so grumpy, Chinas. Like, chill out. Joining the crowd up there? Yes. Thank you. See some drama. Oh, what a guy.
That's him. That's Valtteri.
Oh, dear. But there's a note.
He is attended by sin eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
Mercy! Mercy!
By the 12. Kaishia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Hermit.
Lord Valtteri, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Alphinaud. Be quiet.
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. Europe is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society.
Brought you pearls, sir.
To atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony. And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin eaters are part of Yulmore society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether. So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
Well,
Tis true that Kaishir won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by desire to share in your paradise.
was it fraud?
That you would cast him out, I could almost accept. But to humiliate him
fraud?
thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Yulmore?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear. I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin Eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice.
Oh, you know
and
who he
any who
looks like?
oppose me, villains
He looks
to be
like the
punished.
big Nord. Nord? I don't know if I had... Even the like having it and everything. One that likes living in the basement.
And people call this
I swear that he even did like those like just like
You
If I
were
had to see it.
granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
painting.
painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Yulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence.
Work. I guess technically you're putting Alphinaud. Yeah. Keep him busy and out of. Sounds like I hate him.
Who gave you permission to tend to
Just
that
wish he'd take a
criminal's
break.
wounds? I
Oh, sorry, Bell 3. Cut you off.
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could. Can you walk?
I think so.
I'm just here silent, watching. Don't mind me. I'm no.
Did that little worm just insult me?
That took you a really long time. That is quite the way to stand up.
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all!
Oh, and down he
I'll
goes.
enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! And
Sir.
out their hearts!
Saw. Hi, Kaishir. You're insignificant. I saw his coat. Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again. But it's probably best we leave together. I believe we've worn out our... In any case, I've seen enough of the self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the city is futile. I will accompany you back to the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think. Yeah, let's go, bro. Ashir, I've done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution, considering the risks inherent in you accepting it. If I had but known the price of you... You gave me everything I needed to make your idea. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I faced, you still stepped in and saved me. Now Lord Valthree is all dead. Why not come back with us to the Crystarium? I'm certain we can find work for you there if you are willing. No, that would just be me leaning. I need to do some thinking. Stand on my own. Very well. You must promise you'll be careful. The Ulmorans may yet come. I'll keep my head. Don't worry. You take care too. Give me the chance to repay you what you've done for me. Wow, words. Alphinaud. Pardon, Lady. What in the blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking. I took a peek at your unfurnished portrait, Alphinaud. Now, I've had many a beautiful and striking for, but there was something about your work. It was as if you had caught the very essence of our love and put it naked. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. I will speak with Lord Valthree and vouch for your character. You can smooth over any hard feelings. I'm sorry, Lady Chai. There are more matters to which I'm... More important? Be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest. Pray, press me no further. We are leaving. But I would not presume to take the garments you were so kind as to procure for me. One moment. I would hear nothing. I wouldn't hear of it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy. I insist. And I shall make arrangements so that you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to sit. I will return. I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. The next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to the corruption which hides behind the facade. So cute. Okay, let's see. Oh, blue quests? Great. Someone, man, I'm so excited. Let's grab this part of them. Grab the north map and let's go up. Adventure. Honestly, I should just be rushing through to go see him because we know. I mean, Urianger is okay too. Try to uncover, and then I. Oh no, I have to not. Damn it. Can't resist a good. I don't even need anything on him really. He's an alt, so. Unless it's thematic. But even still, can't resist. Still so sleepy today. This coffee's not working for me. Goodbye, Island. Thank you for your service. still on. Have this and we. I don't know why I was just like, ugh, I gotta go. It's so big. It's fun. Sing. Hopefully see a little peek of my man again. I do recall there's some other scene where he's like, oh, I'll work with them. You actually, but I can't remember when that scene happens. Just want to see him. Come on. Been wanting to read since. Thank you, my friend, for staying at my side through this whole sordid. Whilst not quite the joyous outcome I had hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice it to say, our plans for saving the first are unlikely to involve the FFXIV subject. Come, we must speak with the Exarch and chart a new course. It's far from so threat. In town. We'll talk about Uriel. We're gonna still Exarch. Let's go, Crystal Exarch sub. I'm told that you and Alphinaud carried out his scheme to Yulmore. I would ask what you thought of its base amusements, but I doubt your experience. See, you've reunited with my brother as well. I'd dearly love to hear about that story. It is good to be back amongst friends, not to mention my dear sister. I've not seen her for some time, but I gather she is as keen to press on with our plans as I am. And you've seen quite a lot of the first yourself now, more than enough to appreciate the scale of the obstacles we face. Let us lay our discoveries before the exit, discuss what must be done. Let's have another snack. Please don't make me talk while I'm eating. Scudsy, please.
And so you return. Have you gained a better understanding of the crisis now faced by the First?
Better is not the word I would use. Some lands may have been spared the flood, but the survivors live only to suffer. There seems no end to the horrors inflicted by the sin.
Indeed. Those abominations are a calamity in their own right. And I can well imagine how hopeless the task of eradicating them must seem to you. But after countless battles and untold sacrifice, we have identified a potential weakness. Sin Eaters are drawn to serve the strongest of their kind, a class of creature we call Light Wardens. And from what we have been able to ascertain, only a handful of these entities exist.
Wait, do we do that dungeon first?
Will perish in the absence of its queen. We believe that the death of a Light Warden will cause the lesser creatures within its sphere of influence to disperse.
Okay, but if they disperse, they still exist.
Might have something to say about any concerted action we take against these monsters. Volthra's command over the Sin Eaters is integral to Yulmoran society. In seeming to guarantee his people's safety, it guarantees their obedience. He will not take kindly to us depriving him of such useful allies.
Sure.
Agreed. Thus we will need to occupy or otherwise divert his forces whilst we proceed with the business of eliminating the Wardens. Until we have done so, all other considerations must be set aside if we are to forestall the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Oh god, what is wrong with his toes? Are they like bruised? Are you sure that eliminating the wardens will be enough?
Your uncertainty is understandable, given the circumstances. Perhaps a more detailed explanation is in order. To begin at the beginning, then.
Okay, story time. So pretty. Like you're an astro.
In the ancient past, a single star was divided into 14 worlds.
Okay.
This is the source, your home. These others are the 13 shards, in whose number we find the first. Though physically separate, they retain a connection to each other, and with the source especially. Now, let us assume that a given element in one of the shards attains a normal ascendancy. Just as water will flow from the highest point to the lowest, the excess energy will begin trickling into the source.
Okay.
And such an influx of ether will of course exert a palpable influence. If the element in question were fire, then drought and wildfires might ensue. If it were ice, one might expect the weather to turn bitterly cold.
Okay, what's
As
happening
ether
because it's
continues
light?
to pour in, such phenomena will become
Still
more
at it.
and more extreme, until eventually, a single, untimely event triggers a disaster which cracks the barrier dividing the two worlds.
Ooh.
What was once a trickle now becomes a deluge, sweeping the shard along to be rejoined with the source. At the same time, the element which held sway the shard is unleashed in full, its energies amplifying the original disaster to truly catastrophic proportions.
That
Earth,
sucks.
thus magnified, might strike with enough force to shatter continents. A tidal wave might swell to a size capable of drowning entire nations.
Okay, but I'm still
These
curious what the
devastating
light would
events
do.
are what we refer to as umbral calamities. 7 times has a calamity befallen the source. 7 times
Snow
has a
Knight
shard
a little
been
bit.
formed.
That doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, but look how pretty and purple it is. Now it's pink. Oh. Which ones are these? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Oh, are we just doing all of them? So 2, 3, 5, 6, sir.
At present, the light-drowned realm of the first stands perilously close to meeting the conditions for a rejoining. It is the Sin Eaters who are to blame for the light's continued dominance. In addition to attracting their lesser kin, the Light Wardens I mentioned earlier radiate ether, saturating every corner of their territory with light. Even here in the flood-spared region of Northrant, their influence is strong enough to banish night from the sky. Thus, if we are to restore balance to the first and head off a potential calamity, it is imperative that we put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
Fuck 'em up.
We've been doing our best to take the fight to the enemy ever since we first heard the Exarch's explanation.
Though we have yet
But
to
why
gain
does he know
any
so
meaningful
much?
victories, if truth be told. Apart from being confoundingly elusive, the Light Wardens possess
he
a
has had,
troublesome quality which compelled us to delay our plans until such time as you arrived.
Forgive the interruption, my lord, but Hallminster Switch is requesting reinforcements.
Ooh, it is the dungeon.
They say the Sin Eaters are attacking in force, and the village could soon be overrun.
Boy.
Alert the guard. We should be prepared in case the fighting reaches the Crystarium. You have command of our forces in the field, Captain, but hold off on entering the town until I arrive. That goes for Alphinaud and Alize as well.
My lord.
Pray, lend us your strength.
I love the lovely email I got about the typhoon coming. Typhoon Ambil. Tohoku and Kanto regions, including the greater Tokyo area, islands. Exercise caution, monitor local news and weather reports, follow the instructions local. I'll probably be really. I do live near a river, but I don't think that one over typically. Okay, Crystal Exarch, let's go. Well, Mr. Switch is in north of Lake, so we had best make haste with our preparations. In fact, meet me outside the Crystarium at the crossroads northwest of the Censor Gate, and I shall lead you there myself. Should I end with the dungeon? Should I start with the dungeon this time? I think it's online. Let's see. This is escalates to come up. Second. Okay. Let's see. We're going very out to then go up. Still can't. I haven't even grabbed it. We're about to go up, so it's over here. So we'd be interested in cuts. So Exarch, let's go. All set, if we follow this road north, we will arrive at the north staging. The village itself lies not far beyond. Quickly now. Wow, you took me all the way out to this road when I was taking this road. That seems like a waste of time. Wish that weren't. It's fine. Covered it. It's a mess. It's message first. see. Resistance is initiated. Well, Mr. Switch has passed these gates, and 'tis not exactly a near neighbor to the Crystarium. As we occupy the same region, we built up something of a cooperative. What can we expect inside, Captain? The town is beset by a swarm unlike we have seen in the recent years. We did our best to evacuate the place, but as many as half remain. Judging by the number of the present, we have good reason to believe the Light Warden is the attack. How convenient. It seems we'll have our chance to slay a warden sooner than Snort. One does not simply slay a warden. No one told you what happens if you defeat those fiends. They hold more light inside them, all of their underlings put together. It can be struck down, its essence won't dissipate like a weaker kind of vile ether and envelop the nearest living being. A reckless young swordswoman perhaps, and turn her into a brand new woman. Ah well, leave that particular quandary to us. I must ask that the guards stand down and allow us to engage this leader alone. Good on the survivors, save everyone. But what if... Understood, my lord. As captain of the guard, however, I will not watch you brave such danger without an escort from our ranks. I insist that I go with you. Very well, then our warden slaying party shall include myself, the Villiers, Captain Lee, last but not least. Me? Volunteer. Yes, I volunteered. A formidable group indeed. To Holdminster we go. Once we reach the Light Warden, pull back, we strike to kill. Instance dungeons, blah blah blah. Yeah. I know how dungeons work. I guess this is technically my first dungeon. More party in it. I just want to see who's doing what. Which is DPS. He's got all three still. Okay, well, I would like to do this with friends, though. Do I? I want to hear their commentary. I don't even remember if it's an option with this. Tank, though. Sure. Let's join up. Oh, that's trials. Let's go. Oh, now we just wait for 7 minutes. Okay. I feel like I might have been a better choice too. Let me hear. Oh, he's out. How's DPS decided? No, not my portrait. Because I run. Not remember this dungeon. Okay. Sprint going. This here is not gonna let me use my living bed, alright. Oh no. No, let's. I like how with the just initials turned on is that guy has turned into Dati. He's just here for the gossip. Peace. slow. Okay, let's see. Oh yay, slow again. Love that for me. I just want to roll on loot. Is sad. Alize's not here to see it. Oh, I bet this is so exciting without me speaking. Just too focused on trying to kill things. Oop. We're safe. Oh boy, okay. Come out over here. Ma'am, please. Ma'am, please? No? Jeez. She really did not want to move. Everyone's taking so much more damage as the tank. Get that time. So sad. Well. This is much better placement than we did last time. Let's grab this again. Some. Love this part where you thing. Do you remember I'm supposed to specifically be on the so I can something? I don't remember what, but I remember he does something. Or maybe it was stun? Maybe I'm supposed to stun him. I don't remember. Details. Both a person with AD use a weakness and I wanted to stun. Protection at least. Whoopsie. Default. Set. feel like I need to up my music because I do not hear anything right now. Just hear the grunting. Oh, I forgot about the stunning again. Oops. I'm so good at tanking, guys. I'm like really good at tanking. Forgetting to stun. Perfect tank. That's how everyone tanks, right? Getting to use all of their skills. I feel like that's accurate. Let's run. Stop the ball. Yes? Let's see. Boy. I don't actually remember him doing anything. That's fine. He's being chained. Everyone gets hurt. Okay, well, apparently I'm the only one going to help. Fine. I couldn't actually see if yet. Nope, I don't want to be on this side. No. Nope. Oh, yes I did. Sir, you're supposed to face this way. Where I am. We're here in True North. Come on, I just used it again. This to me. Okay, well, at least we can use it this time. So, just into the... No. Did not see where they were under that. This is not north. I'm so lost right now. Where we go? Someone else. Start to this. Someone. Will you help? Oh! Sure, I had 2% left. I'm sure you'll make it in time. Okay. Alright, we defeated our first light ward. Yay. Good job, team. Oh, that's a tongue. well, Dati is the only. So that's Dati. I didn't fix it, so I didn't say it in part. Good job, that towel. Okay. Time for us to get shiny.
It's releasing its ether. Fall back. We cannot let it touch us. Quickly, my lord, we must withdraw.
Unless...
That will not be necessary, Captain. Though I appreciate your concern. The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether relinquished by its predecessor.
But
now we have a way to contain that corruption.
I don't even see him looking at me.
The blessing of light, and the hero who wields it now stands before you.
I mean, if y'all hadn't been so mad at Ardbert, he could have taken... So sparkly. Come on, turn us into a monster. So shiny. Yes. Sparkle. I feel like I should be able to use that power. To chop away.
Behold, the monster's power is broken, and the world, twisted by its touch, returns to its rightful form.
Oh, Crystal Exarch, you're so, like, ending. People freaking out. Seem like. It's a tower. So pretty. Love the Crystarium's design stuff. They'd be prettier in What's that thing? I think it's stars. The night sky.
The sunless sea. The warrior of darkness has come.
Hey, you book nerd. Your hair's clipping, sir.
Is that what I think it is?
Exactly.
The night sky. As it should be.
Who are you people? You killed a warden, then bathed in its ether as if it were a spring shower, and now the sky? The legends are true.
The crime that they used her for this expansion.
My
Oh
lord?
God,
How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one possessed of her
It's not
blessing.
even here. Say this stuff
For you.
It's been weird.
You have vanquished the Light Warden of Lakeland, and for the first time in a century, darkness has returned to the mantle of night. Without the ever-present light to sustain them, the Sin Eaters will have no choice but to retreat. Yet our victory is far from complete. Though darkness has fallen here, the other wardens yet bask beneath burning skies, feasting upon what little life remains.
I beg us.
Even should it cost me all I have, I would see each and every one of them slain, that this world might be spared from oblivion. Not only for the first, but for the source as well. Save one, and we save the other. But, be that as it may, I concede it was wrong of me to summon you to this fight against your will.
Honestly, yeah.
I swear, on my life, I will one day atone for that deed. But for the present, I beg you stay and see this fight to its conclusion.
I consent to the... Oops, I'm sorry, I could have Graha. I mean, the Crystal Exarch. I will become the warrior. It's like a... Seems like... Wait. Okay.
On behalf of the first, I offer you my deepest thanks.
I understand there is much at stake here, Exarch, but why do you risk yourself so readily? It must have been a dangerous drain on your ether to summon even one person across the rift.
I do it for my people.
I mean, technically he's had years in between.
The tomorrow it deserves.
That is true now, yes, but the city had yet to be built when you first called forth the Crystal Tower. I'm simply curious to know what prompted you to commit yourself so completely to this particular course.
It's his auntie.
There are things which we can ill afford to lose. And I sensed from the first that I had a part to play in preserving them. Forgive me. I fear the events of the day may have taken their toll. Despite appearances, I am an old man. One burdened with many difficult memories, some too painful to recall.
What if you spoke about those memories
Well,
instead
then,
of
I'm sorry
pushing
for
them
pressing
on
you.
someone
It's
else?
a family failing, I'm afraid.
One which has served us well more often than not.
Okay, but
Needless
who?
to say, we will continue to fight at your side until the last Sin Eater is defeated.
Who in your family is the pushy button? It's just you.
Come then, my warriors of darkness. Let us gather the surviving villagers and make our way back to the Crystarian.
Please, can I see my... So let... Quickly, you've justified my fate. Many lives saved, and by itself heralds your success. A single victory, but a momentous one. Okay, thank you. But if you showed me my man before... Now as for how we proceed from... The villagers we evacuated earlier arrived safely in the coast area. They seem to be accepting their situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the sky to worry about what's their last home. They whisper and wonder if this has come. It's to be expected. Sephiroth, I must ask a favor of you. Would you be so kind as to conceal your... Seeing the light recede from Lake is a momentous occasion, and many will be swept up. Should you come forth as the legend fear of darkness, fear that no matter what you're into, such an experience would throw the city into disarray. I find myself in agreement with you, although my concerns are focused on you. It may be best if you maintain a low profile and Sephiroth responds to all of this. Yeah, okay. Kind of stand out. My thanks, though we cannot freely. Pray allow your heart to be buoyed by the joy of our citizens, the joy you surely brought. And I must ask the same discretion if it is my intention to share with the tale of a great warrior who stood in defiance of the Sin Eaters. This unnamed champion did the light, since departed for parts unknown. Yes? As you wish, my lord. And for mysteries, nothing spoke not either. Although I expect to be told about all. Honestly, fair. That settled, I shall return to the Crystarium to the people. These explanations and adjustments will consume much, so pray take the opportunity to recover. I think you'll not even need to shutter the windows to enjoy a peaceful night's sleep. Bro. I must stay behind the evacuation of the remains. I hesitate to ask after all. But I ask you to pass on a message on your way to the. Please let Braggy know that we're bringing in a number of restoratives in the markets need to be reserved for. Got you. We should start making our own way back to the Crystarium. Slowly, mind you. Couldn't do too soon after this arc. I'm staying behind as well. There's something I need to check on in Mister. We already went through the village top to bottom. We should all take the chance to rest. You and we know what she's doing. I knew one of those and I can't rest, not now. Helped his funeral for. So please, I wish to be left alone. That means you as well, Sephiroth. I'll be cross if you try. I promise to find you later. Myself again. Just you and me then, shall we? Okay, let's go. Well, the Crystarium seems relatively ordered. Would you say the Exarch's speech must have been On the contrary, there is something jubilant. The feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as. I think I shall take a brief stroll. Once you've discharged Reggie, I suggest you do the same. Sleep well, Sephiroth. I hope untroubled dreams Ali's able. Well, I'm not wasting you, so I'll get it. Hey, Braggy, I have some news for you. Hi, what can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern? Another stumbling soul in the city? I see. Well, Captain Lena can rest assured that spot coming. Hang on a moment. Hearing messages. Does that mean you were there then? Battle at Holminster? A stalwart lad like you might want to pay a visit to Wandering Stairs. Self no. I'm sure Glenard can introduce you to some interesting options. I wasn't there. That's... Sir... We're keeping this on the DL right now. I'm not supposed to know I was there. Okay. We'll get our job quests. Oh look, it's Cielo. Dress. Still chatting. Realize you potentially have a customer stand. So you have a chat. Cielo, more beer for table 2. 12 pints of meat for table 2. At it. Right up. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet. Close. Oh, that Braggy has a distance in. Ha 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 ha. Pete's engine. Me at a time. First real night. Spoke all riled up and what's more, there was that eater business in Mr. Switch. Say a light warden was destroyed without a fear of darkness. Wow! Cool story, bro. I really must have apologized for Glenn. Just as rapid as our customers, and that's a small feat. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters. Mostly go after eaters. The warriors was just the spark to their kid. You know how the weak eaters are right? Aye, they swarm like angry bees. He'd look no further than Holminster for proof of that. But attacks on that scale don't happen every time he plays the Blessed Shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why. Every now and again, and here we'll leave a fowl alone. Those are the ones you run into. Foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the settlement has bounties on them. And our bar here is a convenient place to gather. Seems a few of them were inspired by the warden's land, more than most. These are the types who have their set sight on the absolute worst of the streets, a class of eaters that have been dubbed the cardinal virtues. The virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, when historians heard the descriptions of survivors. Well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. And if that doesn't send to children, it's fine. They're also reported to be as tough as lightboard, not the kind of prey you can take single hand. Our virtue hunters had all been given up, knowing the warrior of darkness is lit a fire in their bellies. Just look at them. That Hume over there, with the oversized sword, is Granson. He's in it for wants to recruit a comrade in arms as tenacious as he is. Mr. Lad is. Don't be fooled by those dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He's just lost a partner and seems to. Sucks. That's Sarek. Word is he seeks an expert in magecraft to help fight the virtues after. Last we have Guild, dwarf and drunkard both, wanted to join forces with a something about needing wisdom. I've seen my share of competitors, and you have all that look. You should enjoy yourself. Who knows? Together you might even collect a bounty on a cardinal. Now there's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn to the successful virtue. Access to roles now. Alright, let's go to bed. Isn't paying attention. Let's rent. Say you must complete at least one stuff. Pick up. I think one. It's the tank. What? Blind? Excuse? There's only 2 here. What? What? Back in the morning, I guess? Because the healer one isn't here either. Oh! Oh, maybe because I skipped. Oh, okay, I guess we don't have to do these quests. They're already completed. I think because I did the skip to 80 on a healer and tank, that it doesn't, I think skip to 80 automatically. Alright, perfect. That would have taken away. Well, it is a cute story though. Back to Reaper for the EXP. Welcome back, sir. I wonder if anyone can sleep with the city in session. Will you be retiring to your quarters? Yes. Very good. In light of the present situation, I have had illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the market. The candles. Have a pleasant day, sir. Thank you. It is 5:42 a.m. though. Don't think I'm gonna. Wow, star. I'm surprised the crystal tower like doesn't create like
So it's your lot's turn to be the warriors of darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
Yeah, except we're actually doing good. These are my bigs.
Aye, I know. Just the place. In case you've forgotten, you're the only one who can see me. If we had one of our little chats in public, people might start thinking you'd lost your wits.
It'd be funny.
Those white-haired twins who are with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin?
Our children. We're like, oh no.
Aye. Then I suggest you keep them close. It's when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty.
I tell them to,
but I wonder,
and they would still stick it.
What will it cost you this time? I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles.
Sad.
Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
Maybe shouldn't have. It is.
So this is what the light was hiding.
Stars.
He's here. I must go to him.
Stalker. Meanwhile, inside an Imperial magic facility.
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
Yeah, I wonder who. Getting all stinky now.
Out of my way!
Wow, it's
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy.
slashing down a woman. Duster coat. Those are called dusters. I think you'd be able to tell someone like apart from someone who's in
When the
armor.
alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders. Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the warrior of light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
It's true. Stand up.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places. Van Baelsar in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Tatar.
Through no choice of my own, they tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause.
Listen, Tataru is a fucking mob boss.
Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on other business.
Yeah, I'm on
Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
It's gonna be a
If it is
team.
Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated.
Let's mess them all up.
There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
Oh. Someone's like, you just fucking tried to kill me. And now you're just chatting.
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature. It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill.
Sir, it looks like you have like some chrome on your forehead.
Inhaling
Are
even
you
the
a rope?
tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this facility secured!
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once.
Yeah?
Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Huh. From what I hear, you need all the help you can get.
Shade.
In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radiance said at the parley. Thus I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes.
Sir, you behold
My
it.
path leads to Garlemald.
Okay, let's call it here for today because I see some. This quest is. But I will. I know the next thing. Well, they're part of the story. So, this part, and so, thank you everyone. Added. Have a good